like our racers are starting, so let's see what we got for the first level. And we got 3-6. So this one's known for, at least in my experience, having a lot of fire chomps and fire snakes, and yeah, they were there, but a little less plentiful than I remember in most cases. That fire snake, that was a close call. And so far, these racers are more or less neck and neck right now. Both completing 3-6 relatively at the same time, almost. For the next level, which is... 5-4, I believe, or a little later than that. Or 5-7, or maybe 5-6. And BigZeeff has taken an unfortunate death on the second level. Oh, and you have to look out for the end of that level, as there is a Micro Goomba just waiting to ruin your day. And our next level here is 6-2 without the auto-scroller, which is always a plus. But however, look out for any parts where there might be a few potential blind jumps if you're not careful. Gameaholic is doing just fine. But try and get as low as you can when you can, otherwise you'll have to, like, wear the in memory, basically. And with that, Gameaholic finishes his third level. Oh, and BigZeeff takes an unfortunate death at the very end of the level. That hurts. Gameaholic is getting to one of the beta levels. If starts with a boss bass at times, you gotta be careful not to just go for it a little bit. Oh, but there is an angry sun, however. Oh, and BigZeeff has taken an unfortunate game over, which is never fun. In case I'm talking to things are not working on my end, can everyone hear me, by the way? Just to be on the safe side. Gameaholic in the coin ship. What item he gets from this? Okay, good. Thank you, Swordsmaster guy. Thanks. And BigZeeff has completed the first stage again, while Gameaholic takes an unfortunate death at the Fire Bros. And this item, I assume, probably went in here to get an item to help him against that. Though he did have a star, so that'll probably help out. So, oh, 7-2. This is a rather long level, unless you have a Tanuki, which shortens it a little bit. Like he has decided to go through it. I probably would have done the same here. Oh, that Paragoomba might have been able to help him clear the gap. And there's another one. You gotta watch out for those. And BigZeeff is now on the third level of said World 1, aka 2. Doing some nice flips here with the star while getting some extra coins, because extra lives is always nice. The note bridge, and well, But we'll be waiting for him at the rest of this level. Goomba, but... Oh, gameaholic just barely did not take a hit from that piranha. That was a very close... Oh, wow, there was actually an angry sun there. Dodged. Bullet dodged. Gameaholic's gonna head on to the end card and see what we got. And he has found 4 different cards, so I think he found 2 different stars, but not at the same time. And now facing the Fire Bros once again. Not too much issue. And is rewarded a star for his efforts for another Hammer Bros battle. Hello, Boss Bass. How are you doing today? Just imagine if Boss Bass, whenever he jumps, he probably says, "I'm..." And dead. Boss Bass is dead for another 5 seconds. Oh! Oh! Ouch! Eyes! Boss Bass just surprise. In the Navy here, through all the crazy cannons, and now it's a race with a cannonball. So, cannonball forfeits. Oh, the fish gets the best of gameaholic once again. Get ready, BigZeeff. You're gonna have to deal with that soon, too. Here, gameaholic is not his day against this Boss Bass right now. Boss Bass is getting his first course, second course, and delightfully third, fourth, and fifth desserts at this rate. If this keeps up. Ooh, it's relatively oh, but still a death for BigZeeff. And now a temporary death for Boss Bass, and another death for BigZeeff. That's true. Was starting to get into the habit here, being a gameaholic. Another Boss Bass came to eat that particular Boss Bass. It'd probably be a gameaholic. Like the wind! And BigZeeff clears that level and is not too far behind gameaholic. But first, he wants to check out the Fire Bros, see what they got. And they got a star. I had actually forgotten. First boss here, we got Morton, who is 2 hits, just regular jumping Morton, no heavy, and heavy. Also, when single randomizer, there's always 2 heavy Koopalings. So no matter what, there's always going to be 2. However, Lemmy can sometimes be one of those heavy Koopalings, and because Lemmy never jumps, you never know. If by the 6th world there's only been 1, then the next one will be definitely heavy. Then we'll definitely have nothing to worry about. His balls, that's another... And BigZeeff has beaten the first world, which was World 2, and now we're at World 2, which is World 1. And Gameaholic in 2-4. We're just getting all the World 2 levels here. And some World 7 ones. BigZeeff making his way to beat Boom Boom of the Super Tanks, and has done it. So that lock will be going bye-bye now. Like has beaten the level right after that. Now they are currently about one level, pretty much one level apart. This race could go either way. Fire Bros tried and got denied. And as for what... Not sure what Gameaholic was trying to do here, but there are no items. Oh, he's trying to get... Oh, he's going for the item in this level. I see. I see, while BigZeeff is fighting the Boomerang Bros for a hammer, which will be a great game changer. Is making his way to get the item, which is a frog suit. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Not for Bowser's Castle, maybe. Himself some more items, which should come in very handy. That's what the anchor is, and the anchor is a Tanuki raccoon suit. Actually, I think Tanuki and raccoon are the same thing now that I think about it. Same thing anyway. On for the end card, seeing what we got. If he remembers where the 20 is, he could get that. Right, it is relatively neck and neck here, but a little less-ish now since Gameaholic went to get an item, but still could go either way. Let's see if... I believe it's Larry here. Let's see if he winds up being a heavy Koopa or not. One hit, no earthquakes, just this battle you can have. So Gameaholic will find that battle will also have gone very quickly. Here have cleared World 2. This is a very, very close race at the moment. Races. And I didn't see what the princess gave as a reward, but I assume it was something pretty good. Let's do it. Oh! Right near the end. Now here's the hoping that fortress makes the bridge to get across straight to the castle. If that's the case, it's going to be a very short World 4. However, it could very well be the other fortress that does it. Fortresses are also randomized. Let's cross our fingers here. And Gameaholic going to see what the Sledge Brothers have to offer. This could very well be a relatively short seed at this rate if they keep getting hammers like this. Alright, Gameaholic also checking out said fort. I'm gonna call this one Boo Carpet Fort, if there isn't already a name. And And it's not. It's the other fortress that will make the bridge to progress to the end of the world. And Gameaholic is still trying out that fort to... currently unaware that it's the other fortress that does the work. Needed work. Know exactly where the other fortress is, as we haven't seen the second half of the map. A little bit before we do. BigZeeff grabbing a mushroom here just for safety. Slide jumping right there, as originally, if I recall correctly, in vanilla there's a Koopa there to aid your jumps, but that could become anything, so that jump can be pretty tricky. Here, finding out that that fort was not the fort to clear, and is on his way to checking the next level. Has just completed. And there it is! But that pipe right there should be the one to go to that fort. But BigZeeff had not come to the conclusion on time to stop him from checking out that level. We'll see if Gameaholic does that. If he does, then he will have... just like that. Let's see if BigZeeff goes towards the pipe, or will he continue the fort? Correct, towards the fort. Okay, there we go. Oh no, he's going for the end card. We'll see if this aids him, gives him more time to come to the realization that he does not need to do the next level. Gets himself a couple more items. And there we go. There. He's going towards the fort. And Gameaholic is doing the exact same thing as BigZeeff did. To be fair, I've done that too. Where in race mode, certain things just wind up not processing just right away. Be like, oh yeah, I could have just did that. A race is fast. Alright, Gameaholic completing that level and is deciding to go to do the next level. It's not a very long level, so it will not slow him down that much. Death here, then that could be a different story. As Lakitsu is quite a persistent one here. BigZeeff on the the third airship here, which I believe this is the World 7 airship. Gameaholic is now doing the fort, which is World 6 Fort 2, the Ice Fort. Are there to aid his trek through. While BigZeeff is... we cannot see anything there. And he got kicked out of that castle way back to where that pipe is. And now round 2 at the airship. While Gameaholic is on his way to fight Boom Boom. That is a pretty fun voice to do. I've actually done that voice every now and then. Gameaholic has gotten a couple stars. Dave has gone to the ship. And Gameaholic has got himself an extra item to help him on his way. And BigZeeff going towards the pit once again. Just barely missing those. Hey, this race is pretty dang close once again, thanks to those several... Now let's see how BigZeeff fares without a tail. Almost all his deaths here were while having a Tanuki power-up. Oh, there was one there. Two hits for Gameaholic. I mean Iggy. 2 hits done by Gameaholic to win. I'm great with words. Oh, you all know I am great with words. Yes. And with that, BigZeeff has also completed the World 3 airship and is right behind Gameaholic. This is Windows technical support. We believe you have a virus. Oh no. To do. Let's, hold the princess, I guess. And, I don't know, star power that virus. And now Gameaholic is now on beta stage. Which one was this? Somewhere in World 3, I think. For World 3? This race is very, very close, though. It could go either way. Plenty of times, but you know. Say it again and again. Like saying that. And we have 4-2 here for Gameaholic, with the presence of a boss bass. How lovely. Occasionally, the Angry Sun can actually show up here along with the boss bass, which can usually result in a very weird-looking Angry Sun. Oh dear, and we got a Paragume making life difficult for BigZeeff right there, but he manages to make through and not get eaten. Way to go there. That was a difficult situation there. Checking the pipe, see where it leads. Will it just lead vanilla, or... oh, no. And where to go after this? Oh. Right. Blue Fort, let's go. It's to be 5F2, almost in its vanilla area. Almost in the vanilla world, but... it was almost, Fred. Almost. And here we have... I don't know, 2-3 with an Angry Sun. Just racing through until we get to Brick Mountain here. Got 2 Koopas. One of them's a different color, though. Oh! Oh! Whoa! That's a shame. It would have been nice to come through that unscathed. Reveals an end card and also takes a look at the airship Hammer Bros Boomerang Bro level, which will guess we'll have a fire flower. I'm just gonna say that. P-Wing. Oh, that's pretty good. Gameaholic decides not to go with the end card. I have already completely forgotten if there were any hammers or not from the end card. Hello, Star. How are you doing? You will be a great service to Gameaholic, who is now just going through said with a slight more ease. Until now. BigZeeff tries to complete the end card. And with great success, he tackles the coin ship with a Tanuki. Taking a hit in the process, but gets a P-Wing, so it's not bad. Gameaholic here at a hand stage with the Cheeps just jumping around. And with this, we're going to find out what the hand stage item is. Okay. While BigZeeff here is now in the water level, having a grand old time. Item in exchange for getting to the level just a little bit faster. Could dearly if he's not careful. Ooh, that was close. Going to get a mushroom for safety. While Gameaholic takes an unfortunate death on was it 4-5 or 4-6? Mixed up between those two. I think that was 4-5. Alright, Gameaholic has skipped straight to the airship, which is Airship 1. Let's see if Roy is feeling heavy today. Not, he's just feeling regular. Seen any heavy Koopalings yet? That's the case, then that leaves the next 3 worlds will be heavy. BigZeeff now in 4-5, trying to get through with all the giant Koopas here. With the nice homing bullet bills, which to this day is only in this level, and as far as I know, the randomizer does not put those homing bills in any other levels. Realize here World 5 is World 7, and Gameaholic has begun looking through all the pipes to find his way to the end. He's found his way to the 2 fortresses, but we still don't know whether they will be required to complete the world. We still have no idea if there's any bridges near the end, which there can be. Every now and then there could be required bridges at the castle. And here we go! Roy's doing some moon jumping action here. Always make it for a terrible day, as if you happen to be right under him, even if you're jump on him, because of his jump speed, he could go right through you and you could take damage instead, which is not fun. This could also happen with Ludwig as well, so. And it looks like, regardless, looks like a fortress has to be done. But Gameaholic conveniently has a P-Wing here. Not a P-Wing. A raccoon tail here, so you can just do this super quickly. Just a little to the left. There you go. So BigZeeff right now is in search mode at the moment, trying to find his way. And that fortress unlocks that lock. In other words, we are still not sure if we have to do the other fortress. Oh, the other lock is right there. I just realized. In other words, there is nothing in the way of the castle. BigZeeff here in 5-6. Paratroopa. Right. Beetle, sorry. parabeetle stage. Beetles are randomly generated, however, at a universal rate. You need to wait a little while at certain spots in order to progress, because the hole is way too big, and you need parabeetles to get across. And BigZeeff is going to find out the unfortunate that this particular fort, as far as I can see, is not required to progress. Well, gameaholic here discovers 6-5 boss bass, so that's a plus. The fire flower, however, that's not the item he needs to get to the end here, as he will go towards the pipe to go and get his Tanuki suit. Hello, Tanuki suit. And here we got Boom Boom, first boss of this world, to be fought by BigZeeff, and clears with ease. While gameaholic flies his way to the end, and the Nippers here to have turned into a giant Koopa and a Goomba, so no problem getting through that. gameaholic conveniently had a way to get through, but then again, there's always a way to get through with the Tanuki tail. BigZeeff has come to 7-8. For boss bass, however, there is a pipe here that leads to an item and is a much safer route than just going through the level normally, though it probably is a bit slower. So when there's a boss bass in this level, most like going in that pipe to despawn the boss bass. Getting another P-Wing from another hand stage, and is going to play this second Nipper level, because it's a Nipper on the world map. And gets a music box for his troubles, which wasn't that much trouble to begin with. Alright, and our airship for World 7, I believe this is World 4's airship. I have not memorized many of the airships. The only one I think I know by heart is World 1 and World 2, and maybe World 7. Here, but BigZeeff used some of the items in his arsenal, is now completely called up to gameaholic. We got a race, folks. This is really close. And we got a heavy Ludwig, who is like he's supposed to be. Hit Ludwig, or 4 hit, it all happened so fast. And now our two racers are neck and neck. This is incredibly close, people. It's falling with the P-Wing ability still intact. P flashing there. I don't care what excuse you got. Nothing's going to stop me in the middle of this. I like lemons. Not a lemon. And now we have World 3. This world, going to skip just a little bit, 3. Fort here, without a doubt, unlocks that lock right in front of it, because there is no other path to take, because all the other pipes are after this. This fort is required. Very close race. BigZeeff is taking the lead just a little bit, but gameaholic is just a few seconds behind him. Making his way to Boom Boom there, and taking him out. No worries there. gameaholic doing the same. Like 3 seconds apart right now. This is very nice. Oh, and how convenient. The next fort is right in front of him. It's Fort 3 door. How you doing? So just count the doors, go to number 6, and that's where you need to go. Excuse me. And Boom Boom is taken down by BigZeeff, and 7 or so seconds later by Gameaholic. Oh, try the end card once again. Found the other 20 coin and found a life, but has not found... Oh, there we go. We got the life as well. This is probably going to help him greatly if there's any hammers that came from this. I suggest Cloud the next level, since when you go into pipe, it saves your spot. And with that, we know which pipe takes us to Wendy. BigZeeff on his way to Wendy now. While Gameaholic has chosen to do the level that BigZeeff skipped, if I recall correctly. No trouble, Gameaholic beats said level, and now BigZeeff is about to take on Wendy. Is Wendy a screen shaker? We shall see. No, she is not. Meaning the next world, which I believe is World 6, because we haven't seen Lemmy yet. Seen any other heavy Koopalings. That means the other heavy flag is set to Lemmy. But that will have no effect at all because Lemmy does not jump. Wondering what to use here. Lot of items at his arsenal. Now would be a good time to make use of those hammers in the next world. Some hammers... probably would be a good idea to use them for that as well. Oh, that's a huge amount of skippage, and all the fortresses are all lined up. This is a rather simple World 6 we got here. BigZeeff decided to just run. Ewing. But not bye-bye life yet. BigZeeff had his way to Boom Boom. And taking him out, no issues at all. Let's see if Gameaholic down the pipe right away. And I actually just realized there is a fort right there. That will hit hard if that fort happens to be what's needed to, I don't know, make a bridge or something. Oh no, there's meant to be a bridge right there where level 2 is on the world map, and we've already seen both locks, so there's no bridges needed in front of the castle. BigZeeff taking out Boom Boom with no issue at all. And Gameaholic is on his way to the other Boom Boom. Gameaholic is about 1 stage behind BigZeeff. BigZeeff just going all out on his items right now. Takes a hit from Lakitu anyway before being able to fly over that part. So he's going to have to do this stage normally regardless. Oh, BigZeeff takes an unfortunate death right there, almost at the end of the level. This will allow for Gameaholic to make a comeback here. And since BigZeeff has a P-Wing, just might as well just fly above the stage and forget about doing the clip. spawn for Gameaholic, but Gameaholic has decided to not go for the end card, while BigZeeff is now in the World 6 airship, aka World 7. Gameaholic despawning Lakitu there to go and get that item without any issue, though it's a star, so that will not have any lasting effects that will come in handy for the next part of the level here. And we got Lemmy here. Lemmy is a 2-hit Koopaling, so that's not bad at all. Didn't have to worry about the thickness flag either, because he does not jump. And with this, I believe Gameaholic still has at least 2 hammers in his arsenal. I'm not exactly sure how many BigZeeff has. So even though Gameaholic is still a little bit behind, this race could still go either way. Don't count Gameaholic out just yet. Gameaholic going on the high route. And here we have 2 locks already found already. So that's... No, not at all. It's like, could not showcase any ability ever. And there's another lock, which BigZeeff decides to break to get to the Navy, which is now Fort 6-1. I bet you'd like to have more bombs. No, wait, wrong randomizer. Princess gives you a hammer! Wow, there are so many hammers in this one. It's crazy. At least 3 hammers now. He should just use them all here. Where else are you gonna use them anyway? Oh, Gameaholic is just looking through pipes right now. Hammers would come in real handy, though. Gameaholic is hoping to just find his way to Bowser, and maybe the hammer would do the thing. There you go. Do it. That might be the way to Bowser right there. And you only need a hammer to get through. Then Gameaholic will probably take the lead here. And oh, there's a river right in front of the castle. And unfortunately, we have no idea which 4 possible levels that could unlock. So our racers will probably have to do some trial and error here. It's up to whoever finds the correct fort/navy. I forget the jet ship name. That's it. And super tanks. Doing one of the beta levels here. Actually, they're both doing beta levels right now. Bit of water in them, might I add. Oh, there we go. Zeeff has found his way. His way to Bowser with a hammer bra suit, not chancing the lasers, because when you're big, you can take hits from the lasers. Good on Zeeff. It's just to make it cleanly the Bowser. He's got the victory here, but let's not count Gameaholic out just yet. So far, so good for Zeeff here. Gotta make it through a couple other things and a quick victory against Bowser. Craziest thing, I completely didn't notice which one of the 4 levels actually made the bridge. And with that, Bowser is done. Has taken the victory. Get your GGs in the chat, everybody. And with that, BigZeeff has taken the victory for this match against Gameaholic. Really good race to watch and commentate to. Thank you so much for having me here. This has been really fun. However, we're not done yet. Gameaholic still has to finish. And he's going to be taken by hand. Let's see if we can get BigZeeff in for an interview. BigZeeff is in the setup room, so I guess he'll be joining us shortly. Hi there. GG on this race. Well done. Great run.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks, dude. Yeah, I took a lot of deaths, but yeah, it was still pretty fun.
At least didn't have as many technical difficulties as the first time around. It was a really close race overall, especially come, I think it was World 5 or 6. Both you and Gameaholic were literally seconds away from each other.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
It was, whichever world was World 3 in that area. That you two were incredibly close. That was a lot of fun to watch that.
That's cool. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch that and see how it went. I know I didn't I take a game over on the first world, or was that the first race? I can't remember.
I honestly cannot remember.
That might have been the first race, or the one that didn't actually count.
It might have been. It might have been. So overall, what did you think was the most standout part of your run? Like, what stood out to you out of everything you did this race? And
I guess I'm curious if using the hammer to do that fortress in World 8 actually built the bridge to Bowser or something. Because I kind of did that, and I was like, you know what, I probably don't really have to do this. But if that turned out to be the case, then that would have been like pretty lucky for me.
Yeah, because there was only one bridge required, so if that was it, then...
Yeah, I think that might have been it. It was, like, blocked by a lock, and I know I had, like, way too many hammers, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna hammer this and try this. I think it was... It looked like the Navy, but it was actually, I can't remember which fortress that was.
Yeah, it went by... I think it was 6-1, if I recall correctly. I could honestly be wrong. Oh, looks like Gameaholic is on his way as well. Hammer brush suit, and let's see if he can manage to hold on to it until the end. He doesn't have to worry about the lasers, though, since he had a star. Recently learned the hard way myself that if you're big, the lasers can hit you at times.
Oh, you can't just run through them?
If you're big, every now and then they still get you, as far as I can see. But
stupid lasers.
Any parts in the race that you felt you had a little trouble in overall?
Man, I don't know. There's definitely a few levels that kind of got me on edge, but honestly, I can't even remember what they were.
It all happened so fast, that's for sure. Gameaholic is on his way, and there you go. Bowser's down in mere less than a second there. G is out in the chat, everybody, for Gameaholic as well.
GG, dude. Did he get him with the hammer?
Yep, he did, just like you did.
Cool.
So overall, what did you think of the seed overall, though? Like, you found it was fast, slow, lucky, easy, hard?
I feel like early on I didn't have very many clouds and hammers, and I couldn't really... I feel like for a Tourney 2 seed, they usually go faster for me, because I can usually cheat my way through with hammers and clouds and whatnot. But I feel like, you know, like if I remember correctly, World 3 didn't have like an easy route to Windy, or sometimes you get lucky and you just transport yourself all the way over there.
I know after a while the hammers did start to pile up for Gameaholic.
Yeah,
so,
I think, were those in the end card game? Or, I mean, I definitely had a lot too.
I believe there was quite a few hammers that actually were from the Hammer Bros later on, if I recall.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they were dropping a bunch of those hammers.
All happened so fast, I only remember certain things vividly. The main thing I remember was when was mainly when you two were less literally seconds apart. And for a while at the beginning too, it was like that, like no more than like apart. I think the distance started to pile up around like the 7th and 8th world that you were in. That's where you started to take a little bit of the lead.
I know I died a ton of times against the I forget which world it was, but it was Ludwig's airship, and I really just jacked that up real.
Yeah, I remember that. That's where Gameaholic caught up, and then you two were neck and neck for a while.
Yeah, there was I was going kind of fast through it, and I didn't realize there was a Monty Mole on one of the really small ones, so I was planning to hit it and then jump off of it, but I just bounced off of his head, and I was like, oh my. And that was like the 3rd death on that. I think I took like the 3 or 4 or something on that level.
Yeah, that's always fun. And here we have Gameaholic.
Hey.
Well,
I'm glad I managed to get a match in for today.
Yeah, right.
GG, had a pretty dang good run going in. How do you feel overall about it?
Oh man, I should have be a bit more liberal on the hammers. Once I realized I had a bunch of those stocked up. The problem is like World 6 was still. I still haven't done World 6 yet, and I've seen some really some trolley blocks in those levels. So I was hoping that maybe I should probably hang 1 or 2 hammers there, and then the hammer becomes completely useless there. So that was a little unfortunate.
Personally, I like using my hammers like a little early on, because sometimes Bowser work can be very random. You can just get lucky. Every now and then, the hammers can come in handy, but
I was holding off on them for a while. There were a few places where I could skip 1 or 2 levels, but I feel like I don't know. The first few worlds I kind of held on, and now I know there was so many. Going back I would have used them, but
there was one that I definitely skipped out on, like in a fortress. I thought like, well, do I really use a hammer on a single level? And
I know there was also one part too where I think you had completely skipped the pipe. I think it was in World 4. There was a pipe right there, and then at the end you saw the other pipe going towards the fortress. And we all knew right away that the other pipe was for like getting to the.
Oh yeah, was that for me or for Gameaholic? Because I know I definitely messed that up. The game.
Well, you did a level and then you went back. Though Gameaholic just did both levels instead.
Oh man, so, I got to look up on that, since that's a huge miss.
I mean, I made the same mistake. I did a whole level and then I was like, wait a minute.
It didn't cost you too much because the levels were short. Though if Atlantis would have been there, it'd be like quite a bit. Well, at that point, you probably would have tried the pipe anyway, maybe.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the seed overall, Gameaholic?
It's all right. Like I said, bit longer. Seems a bit longer for what you call it. Well, the or like a leg 2 seed.
Yeah, that's what I saw too.
Yeah, overall it was a little longer than what I remember. Yeah. But it still was a lot of fun watching you guys race.
Yeah, the levels weren't that bad. Or like, there weren't like, I don't know if I saw many fire nippers, at least.
Yeah, I wish I should have caught that lock on the World 8 near that airship, since that definitely hinted that airship was what unlocked Bowser, since the airship wouldn't be gated behind that lock. Actually, is it possible for a level to be locked by its own lock?
As far as I know, no. If there's no way to progress then other to beat that particular level, then
if it is possible, then we need to get Fred and we need to beat the crap out of him.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Like, what if that level wasn't needed in the first place? Like, what if the airship locked its own level because the other level are the other places for progressions?
Well, as long as it wouldn't soft lock you in the game, then I actually wonder about that. I'm honestly not sure.
I feel like it's programmed not to do that just because I've never seen that occur.
Because I know in like the Zelda randomizers, like a big key can be inside a big chest just because it's a useless chest. So I was pondering when I saw that lock.
What you mean? Well then, guys, any final thoughts on this race overall before we wrap it up?
Oh, man, yeah. I guess I just need to definitely looking forward to reschedule our match next time, and I guess I'll have to look forward to getting wrecked by Mitch.
Oh yeah, I think we're all gonna probably lose to him. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the only way to beat Mitch is to play the game as stupid as possible and just hope to get lucky. So that's what I'm gonna do. But
you never know. It could have the luck could be shining on you completely.
I mean, luck is the only way I'm gonna win that. So I gotta go all in on the luck.
Oh man, I feel like luck can only carry us so much. But we'll see.
Yeah. All right, guys. And on that note, I think we'll wrap this up here. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thanks to our two racers here for taking part in this match. If you haven't done already, please give them a follow. They provide us a great show for us tonight. And until the next one,